So some people prefer to do their own bookkeeping, or they have family or friends do it for them, or they have the office assistant do it. That's completely fine. Look, at the end of the day, we're all trying to save some money. But if you are doing that, I do suggest that you have a BAS agent look over your work from time to time, particularly by end of year reconciliations, and preferably quarterly BAS or monthly BAS, depending on the size of the company. And I say that because GST law is overly complicated. It's very complex. There's obviously a lot of black and white, but there's also fine lines, grey areas, and the rules can change depending on the situation. For instance, with meals, whether you can claim the GST on meals or claim it as a tax deduction, or both, depend on who's eating it, why they're eating it, where they're eating it, and what they're eating. So overly complicated. Also, GST isn't attracted on every purchase you make. We all know about fruit and milk and meat and that sort of thing, but financial supplies, bank fees, interest, that sort of thing, the levy component of your green slip, so our accounting software like MYOB, QuickBooks, Xero, that sort of thing, they're all designed to just apply the 10% rule to everything that we input. And that's where a lot of businesses make the mistake, because if you're not familiar with what can be claimed and what can't, and you're reporting 10% on everything, then years go by, and if you're audited, all this money you end up having to pay back. So it's always better to have somebody who has the experience and the knowledge to have a look and make sure that everything's being reported correctly. There are also a lot of thresholds on how much GST you can claim. For instance, on cars, you can't just claim the GST on every car you purchase. It's to a set limit. And we're familiar with things that accountants look at the end of financial year. So we know how to report the assets versus expenses, and what limit of assets can be claimed upfront as opposed to depreciated, and things that an everyday business owner might not know. So to summarize, yep, it's great. If you can save $1 by getting a friend to help, fantastic. But it's always best practice to have somebody who is certified and familiar with GST law to look over your work.